Man, I love hearing our theme song every single time it plays.
You said previously that you like doing a little Corbin dance with it, so
Every single time. I love it. It's just so much fun. Well, everybody, welcome back to There's Layers to It. I'm Corbin.
This second go around.
Yeah, we just tried to do this first little go, but I kind of forgot to hit record on one of the PodTrack P4 over here, and well, now we're on try number 2.
That damn technology. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work.
I just feel utterly embarrassed with myself.
I bet you pressed the button. It was just like,
no, I for real did not press the button. I know I didn't.
All right, well, I was trying to give you the benefit of the doubt.
That's okay. I don't need it.
You out. Even though I nonchalantly did anyway.
I don't need it. It's okay. But for those of you joining us for the first time here on YouTube, make sure you hit subscribe, like the video, join the comments section below.
And the notification bell.
Obviously, that goes for everybody also. So we want to get all the love, all the support from everybody. And we hope you guys enjoy our content because we really enjoy making it for you. So welcome to our kitchen table. Welcome to the layers. We got some very important topics we're breaking down.
Why did you introduce a kitchen table like that?
Because you got to love our kitchen table. If you don't love our kitchen table, buy us a new one.
Okay.
Well, that's really out there for everybody. I hope everyone just throws in some money. We'll buy
nobody's going to make a GoFundMe page for our kitchen table. We already have one. If we didn't have a kitchen table, that would be a different thing. I'm pretty sure that a GoFundMe page probably would have been made.
Yeah, but now we can get a better kitchen table. Quit trying to
kill my kitchen table. That's really why I'm bringing this up. What's wrong with my kitchen table?
Quit trying to kill my hustle, Marianne. All right, I'm just trying to hustle and get us some money and get us a new kitchen table, and you're out here just hating on it.
Look, man, I like my kitchen table. All right, that's really all that is.
That's okay, but I know one thing that you don't like in this world, and
there's a lot of things I don't like in this world.
That happened. Well, in this particular situation, it just happens to be, the president of the United States of America.
What, inciting fucking anger and riots and everything else? How he's been doing this whole fucking time?
Yeah, I mean,
yeah, I hate it.
I know your feelings very well. And if you guys listened to one of the very first episodes that we put out onto our podcast, you would also know that that's the Layers Speak About Racism Part 1 and Part 2.
Well, I don't think that part, the riots and whatnot, I don't think that was racism. That was, it played a part in it. But
I just wanted to shout out our last episode so maybe they could get an idea of how we kind of feel about the topic already before we dove into it right now. But
it was just a crazy situation. I coughed right into the mic. It was just a wild ass ordeal.
Yeah, it's not every day that a group of individuals go try and raid all
the fucking Capitol.
The Capitol buildings, right? The Capitol buildings are supposed to be the most secure part of our nation.
That bitch is supposed to be Alcatraz.
Yeah, and they just broke into that bitch like it was nothing.
Well,
they broke into it like a used car.
They were let in.
Yeah, then nobody tried to stop them. I think that's my biggest issue with it, right? Is like when you saw some of the riots that went down in like April and March,
and people got fucked. Well, hold on.
They stopped them in the streets.
Remember when President Trump was going to walk across the street and take a picture with a Bible? Oh, hold on, the Bible was upside down in the picture.
Demons.
He was him and his family were walking across the street to go take a picture in front of this abandoned church. And like down the street, there was a Black Lives Movement, a march going down there, and they aired that bitch out just because Donald Trump wanted to like take a picture over there. They threw tear gas. That's when people were getting shot with like rubber bullets, like those
big ones. Yeah,
I ain't
big
talking
old welts.
Right,
yeah,
I ain't talking about no little BB gun. I'm talking about some fucking USDA grade A type shit that they were getting shot with. All for a picture, and homeboy didn't even hold the Holy Bible the correct way.
That's like if someone saw that picture, it's a prime representation of just all the nonsense that has gone on in this 4 years under his presidency, and then like you see it now in his last month. You got a riot at the Capitol
that he incited.
Oh, he definitely incited it, and he didn't do anything to try and stop it, which is shame on him. That's why you got everybody enacting wanting to enact the 25th Amendment. You got them going in and impeaching him today for a second time. Like, how many times do you hear of a president getting impeached twice? None. Let alone once.
I mean, it's very rare. When
I get it's only by the House, and what good does it do right now? Because there's literally like 7 days left in his presidency.
That's what the fuck I'm saying. Like, there's y'all done already let this man run amok for 4 years. Well, 3 years and some months and some days.
It's like 3 years, 650 some odd days, and some
man,
change.
Y'all done already let him run fucking Hulk Hogan on this bitch. Y'all man, y'all may as well just let him just go ahead and just sit in there for the next 7 days.
So do you think that the transition to President Biden will help or hurt our country over the next 4 years?
I'm hoping that it'll help,
but do you have faith?
I don't have faith in anything. Let me just say that. I have faith in very, very, very few things. So basically, all I have faith in is some of my family and a handful of my friends. I can't even say most of them. And a handful of my friends. Those are really like the only people that I count on to do the right thing. I don't count on the government doing the right thing at all. Do I hope that there will be change and a lot of like laws and whatnot be put into place to where there isn't like a discrepancy between minorities and the other individuals? Won't just incriminate them like this. That's what I'm hoping, but I don't know until it happens. Now, once it starts happening and everything starts, actually getting better, then your boy will have a little bit of faith in the government. But until then, no. You're
making sure you keep your social distance away from the U.S. government.
Oh, for sure. I hate just giving my name out sometimes. I really do. But yeah, man, there's like a lot of people who are just locked up for still, oh God, especially in Texas. There's so many people just arrested on like marijuana. Like, and I understand they're trying to decriminalize marijuana, but they got to do a better job at it, and they got to do it quick, dog. Like, there's so many people that are just locked up for like eighths and dime bags in Texas alone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I understand. It's funny that conversation came up while I was at work today. With with someone I was working with. It kind of came up, and because he was just coming from Texas, and he was like, "Yeah, all those laws are super strict down there." And
it's fuck.
We've talked about moving to Texas and stuff like that, and that's
it's
information you need to know.
It's a wonderful place to live in, but the laws there, you better follow the fucking rules, or else.
Yeah.
I need you to leave that silence in there.
That's just Texas, okay? That is really just Texas.
It's like its own country, basically.
Since you're speaking on Texas, there's another big set of news that came in from the state of Texas today in the world of the NBA.
It's just a bunch of foolishness.
So
it's just a bunch of
James Harden is now on the Brooklyn Nets. We got him there paired with Kyrie Irving. We got him there with Kevin Durant.
Just a bunch of foolishness, dude. Do you have everything pulled up?
I thought I had it. I thought I screenshotted it.
I know where to find
everything that I needed.
Hold on.
I was not prepared.
Okay, so the full trade details, I have it right here. So basically, the Nets just get James Harden.
Obviously.
Like
that's all they wanted. That's all they wanted was James Harden. They got
a
couple of pick swaps in there.
Hold on. No. So here's where it gets interesting, right? So the Rockets get Victor Oladipo because they traded Victor Oladipo for Karis LeVert to Indy.
Yeah, I think Indy getting Karis LeVert's pretty,
Yeah.
pretty low key of a move, but I think it really helps them add more depth to their roster.
Who is what's his name? Dante Exum?
Okay, so Dante Exum was a point guard who I believe he either went 3, 5, or 7. It was one of the odd numbers, but he's from Australia, and he honestly just turned out to be really bad. He got
just shit.
Yeah.
Just a downright shit.
Yeah, he was really bad. So now he's just kind of been floating around the league.
Oh God, I'm sorry, I'm about to butcher your name, bud. Radonis Crocus.
I honestly don't know how to pronounce that name either, so I'm going to applaud you. Hold on, wait a minute. I'm going to hit the applause button.
There you go.
I really should have hit you with the sad trombone for
What?
the poor pronunciation of that name.
Oh,
just know I have it on tap.
I bet you couldn't pronounce it any better.
Yeah, I probably couldn't, but just know I have that sad trombone on tap for when one of us has just a line or a bad joke or just a bad take.
I'm sure that you do. So Houston also got just 4 straight up first round picks, and then like you were saying earlier, 4 like first round pick swaps,
which is that's a ton of picks. Because didn't they
fucking ridiculous?
What else is in that trade, or is that it?
Well, that's what the Houston Rockets got. So, like I said earlier, Karis LeVert ended up going to the Pacers. So the Pacers, this was a multi-team deal. It was ridiculous, but it had to be a whole lot of teams for this to actually go down.
Well, that Victor Oladipo trade was a whole separate trade in general.
Yeah.
It was just a secondary trade to try and work around some cap space.
Well, the reason I brought up the Pacers was because in this trade, somehow, some way, the Pacers ended up getting Houston's second round pick. So the Cavaliers were involved in this, and Brooklyn just straight up traded Jared Allen and Taurean Prince to the Cavaliers. And like we said,
the Cavs low key got away on some of these teams. You know, that's my opinion.
Yeah, until they run into Brooklyn.
Well, I mean, this isn't
Milwaukee.
This isn't a this year type of trade for Cleveland. They have
they're
starting to create a young core over there now.
Listen,
they obviously are still playing in Cleveland.
If they don't have LeBron, they're not gonna have any success.
Colin Sexton and Darius Garland. Put some respect on their names, man.
Kyrie Irving was in Cleveland before LeBron got there.
I get it.
Did he bring them to relevancy before LeBron got there?
I get it, man. Just give them their slack, okay? Just give them their slack.
Look, I'm not saying that they're bad players. There's a lot of good players on Cleveland, but there's also a lot of good players on Chicago.
I don't want to get into that right now.
There's a lot of good players on Chicago.
I can't do it. I cannot do it.
But yeah, man, I just think, the new super team of Kyrie Irving. I saw the most ridiculous thing today. I don't know if you saw it today, but Stephen A. Smith said that Kyrie Irving should just go ahead and retire.
I don't know what's going on with Kyrie, and I don't want to be one to speculate on him.
Kyrie Irving is doing whatever Kyrie Irving wants. Kyrie Irving has been doing whatever Kyrie Irving has wanted this whole time. I don't think anyone should necessarily be surprised by this.
I think Kyrie just needs to get himself together in a proper space, and then I think he'll be okay for his return to basketball. If he needs this time to get himself right, to get back into basketball playing shape and be an elite player.
Some people just need that time off.
Yeah, give it to him. He deserves it.
Like Carson Wentz, I'm not saying that Kyrie Irving is defeated, but you can tell that Carson Wentz, but he just needs a fucking break.
Yeah, he was defeated, but that's why I say I don't want to speculate too much on Kyrie because we don't know what he's going through.
Family stuff could be going on.
Yeah, we have no idea.
Right.
And that's why I say retire. That's a little too far, man. That dude can still ball. Come on, Stephen A.
Dude, Kyrie Irving can just walk off the bus and get you 30 points. And
on a good day, yeah. Right. On a good day, I agree with you.
On a bad day, it's 15 points, 10 fucking assists. Or he'll miss every shot in Los Angeles. It's, when he gets bad, he gets bad.
It gets real rough at the end of it.
He can get real bad. But I don't think that he will, though. I honestly don't.
So, I want to ask you, are you a fan of all these like star players asking for trades when they have multiple years on their contracts. Because I think the players are demanding a little bit too much
in the NBA or in the NFL. Because
let's talk specifically just about the NBA because that's what James Harden did.
Yeah.
Deshaun Watson, I think he's a whole different situation.
That's why I thought you were.
So let's keep it just strictly to NBA because you've seen it a couple times over the past couple years now that like players are dictating where they want to go to teams and teams are no longer the dictating factor.
Players have always had the control, right? Like if you play good, like LeBron, dude, if LeBron won at AD, and what did he get? Anthony Davis. Michael Jordan wanted Scottie Pippen.
They drafted Scottie Pippen. That's not the same thing. Yeah, it's not the same thing.
No. Okay, but what I'm saying, I didn't mean to say Scottie Pippen. My bad. But they can dictate whoever the fuck they want on that team, right? Who in the fuck am I thinking?
You thinking
of?
Dennis Rodman?
Yeah, that's who I was thinking of. My bad, Dennis Rodman. Like they have influence over, like who the hell comes into their locker room or who the hell's on the team. Hold on, James Harden with the Rockets. James Harden had all the power in the world with the Rockets. He wanted, dude. How many All-Star players has James Harden gone through in Houston? Hold on, James Harden and Daryl Morey.
What's it? At least 3.
3 really good ones. And then he had he had a decent team before. No, because once they got Chris Paul, they did it up that year.
I don't personally think the players should have this much say. I don't think they should be out here dictating and demanding trades when they still have 3+ years on the contract. 3+ years. You want to try and renegotiate a
if you had just signed an extension and you're asking for a trade, that's ridiculous. But if you've been in your contract for a little while, like James Harden did, or he was, and you just don't see a light at the end of the tunnel, which I kind of don't understand what he's talking about because that Rockets team still is. That starting lineup is really good. Christian Wood is playing out of his mind.
I wish the Pistons would have kept him. I do. I really do.
Damn. Sorry, I smoked too much. DeMarcus Cousins, there's a lot of people still on that team. I'm kind of upset that he really just wanted to just get out of there without having to actually mess around with those pieces that he had. But if you look at the way that James Harden plays, you can tell he did not want to be there.
I'm not a big James Harden fan to begin with. That's my
thing. Hold on.
I don't think his brand of basketball will ever win you a title. No. I don't think he.
No.
When the Brooklyn Nets win the title, because obviously they're gonna win the title now. They have James Harden, Kyrie Irving.
I was talking to Justin
Durant.
about that earlier. If they don't win a championship, it's a
complete failure, and it'll all blow up next year. And
I won't say next year.
Nah, I think they would blow up next year. Swear.
You couldn't get anything. You wouldn't be able to get.
You'd have to blow it up the same way that they blew up Lob City. You just trade whoever you could, and get whatever you can.
No.
Yep, I'm telling you, that's what's gonna happen if they don't win a title.
Well, you still have all.
What happened to the Clippers last year? They blew it up. They traded away people.
Hold on, there was dissension within when both of those motherfuckers got there.
You got 3 ball hungry individuals over there in Brooklyn. You think there's not gonna be any tension?
2.
No, you got 3.
2. KD can just sit on the side.
KD is not about to sit on the side. Brooklyn is his team.
I'm telling you.
Brooklyn is KD's team.
KD is that individual who can step to the side and just be okay. The Warriors were KD's team when he got there. That team completely changed from Steph and Clay's team to Kevin Durant's team.
And he didn't sit on the side there.
No, he didn't. But
he took over.
But there were multiple times.
James Harden is going to be upset. Kyrie Irving is going to be upset.
Listen to what I'm trying to say. There were multiple times when KD didn't have a shot. All right, let's go to Steph. Steph doesn't have a shot. All right, let's go to Clay. Clay doesn't have a shot. All right, fuck it. Let's just try Draymond until KD gets his shit back together. And then, lo and behold, KD gets his shit back together.
But that Warriors team is probably more bonded and put together than this Brooklyn Nets team. That's my only concern with it. But honestly,
listen,
it's going to be super interesting to see. I was
they
psyched
want
to see the news.
if they want the ball to go in the bucket, they're gonna get the ball to go in the bucket. Because Kobe and Shaq didn't necessarily were fond of each other when they were playing together. And what did they do?
I'm not saying you can't win a title. I'm not saying they can. I honestly think this only solidifies their title because
I think so too.
I'm just trying to say that James Harden's not going to be the driving factor in this.
No, I'm
Me
saying,
and you both
but
thought that they were going to win the title.
But
without him,
right.
this only solidifies it.
But even if,
but it's big news in the NBA.
Yeah, it is.
It's big news.
I'm telling you, dog. Even if one of them sits to the side, or one of them just goes to, like, if Kyrie ends up playing like Steve Nash, like being more of an, I don't want to say more of a team player. Well, Kyrie does need to be more of a team player. He was on. Okay, one thing I will say is you can't miss a game and be on a Zoom call, like while the game is happening. Like,
that's what I'm saying. There's gonna be dissension over there.
But even okay, so what if Kyrie? Because I thought when you first told me, I thought Kyrie was traded just off of that, and I was like, oh, that'd be fucked up.
And he wasn't. They
wasn't.
sent a whole bunch of picks. They're trying to get that 3-headed monster together. We'll see how it works.
But if Kyrie doesn't play some games, and it's just James and fucking Kevin Durant, that changes things too.
That duo's still probably pretty fantastic. I don't know.
Dude, I'm telling you.
I don't think it really changes the dynamic of that team that much. I just think they become a better scoring option if that happens.
Yeah.
But that's the news. That's the big topics.
Well, that's just some news. You know, there's a whole lot going on in this world that's fucked up, and people need to get their shit together.
If you guys were intrigued by this conversation, enjoyed this conversation, had any insight you wanted to, add into this conversation, make sure you drop it in the comments below, subscribe to our channel, like all of our videos, and most importantly, hit the notification button so you can find out every time the Layers drops a new episode. Thanks for joining us.
Baltimore's going to win this week.
Buffalo.